This is my place in Canadian history. My story starts on July 5th, 1920, in Louisburg, Minnesota, when Bertho Tilda Priam and August Frederick Wilhelm Gruby had my grandpa Leander Gruby. My grandpa moved to Canada in 1921 to Hirsch, Saskatchewan, when he was just 1 year old. At the time my grandpa and his family moved here, William Mackenzie King was our Prime Minister here in Canada. They moved to Canada at a great time during the prosperous 20s. Mackenzie King was focused on building Canada's image and help create more independence. His family decided it was time for a change, and they decided that they would move to Canada and begin a career in farming, as they had an opportunity for more land with more potential than their farm in Minnesota. He grew up in Hirsch, and they lived on a farm, and farmed until 1926. Then, they bought a general store in Steelman, Saskatchewan. For a short period of time, they worked at the store, then went back to farming in 1931. This was a time during the dirty 30s, making it difficult for them to make any money in any industry. They just kept trying and struggling to keep their farm going. He then met the daughter of Louis Wulscher Bachmeyer from Karimunt, Romania, and Elizabeth Catherine Lind from Shag, Hungary. My grandma Mary Bachmeyer was born on May 20th, 1923, in Marienthal, Saskatchewan. They got married on February 7th, 1942, and lived in Estevan, Saskatchewan. In 1942, my grandpa Leander was enlisted in the Canadian military as a tank driver. He continued in the military until 1946. During his time in the military, they had their first daughter, Loretta. Then, once he finished in the military, they had 4 more kids: Leonard, Lamar, Lorena, and then the youngest being my dad, Lyle, who was born on June 23, 1966, in Estevan, Saskatchewan. He grew up here and went to school here, and he met the daughter of Dennis Scott and Connie Ott, my mother, Tracy Scott, who was born in Kingston, Ontario, but moved to Estevan. They later got married on May 13, 1989, in Estevan. Following their marriage, they decided to have children. They had 4 kids. On July 1st, 1990, they had their first kid, my oldest brother, Brendan. Then, my brother, Kellen, was born on April 6th, 1993. Then came my sister, Kayla, on March 19th, 1997. Lastly was me. I was born on December 21st, 1998. And that is the story of my family's history.